Just faffing in the garage, spanner in my hand, meant to fix the bike, now it's chaos once more. Lost my wrench, found a brewing, got no grand plan, another day gone faffing in the garage.
So, new fork's just been delivered because I smashed the side of the other one, being impatient. Although this fork seal's not leaking, because I've put new oil and everything in the other one, then I'm going to do this one. And learning from breaking that one, I'll show you on this one, so you're not a prick and break yours. First thing, the fork is clamped on the bike, so we can slacken this top nut off. So, massive adjustable. It's not that tight, but trying to hold it and spin it is a bit of a nightmare. Right, so that's loosened off. Now we'll take the fork back out. Loosen the two pinch bolts. That pulls out. Now the next thing we want is to get that Allen key bolt out of the end. Got 8mm Allen key bit. And then there we go. So on the other one, I couldn't get that out in a oneer, but that's a win. So I won't need to use this flat bar yet. Now we're going to drain the oil. Well, let's drain out the bottom. Take off this top nut. He says. Top nut off. What we've got in there now, on the left side is the inner gubbins from the new one, and that's the inner gubbins from the old one. So I'm going to put the old one back in to the new fork that's turned up, so I know that's done the same mileage as that one, whereas that one looks newer. So all the old gubbins is going in. Now when I used the breaker, that's the bolt I was taking out. That sits in there. And I was lucky on that one because it came out in a oneer, but when I did it last time it only broke it, and then this was spinning inside, so I filed down a bit of metal bar and then fits in there. It's like 23mm across, and then that holds that, so I could take that bolt out the top end, but I will still need this metal bar for when I put it all back together. So now I'm going to split the shock, take out the old seal, and then put it all back together again without breaking it this time. Dust seal off, and then inside there's a little clip in there. So we want to go in and pop that. Right. So clip off. Now we're going to separate them. Right, so that's the bush that I was trying to knock in on the other one that I ended up catching the stanchion. The bush goes in there, then the washer on, then the seal, then the clip, then the dust seal. We'll slide them off. So one thing I've noticed on the difference between the internals on them two forks there is the new one has got a plastic inner, and then like the built-in washer on there, whereas the old one is just a metal one, and then there's a washer that sits on top of the spring. So whether that makes much of a difference I don't know, but because the metal one and the washer is in the one that's on the bike, that's going across into the new one. Right, so I've cleaned out the oil best I can. Now we'll put it all back together. We've got a little captive piece, slots in there. This bit pops in there. And we want the bush and the washer and the seal driver. There's a couple of knobs. Yeah, so the bush is starting to go in. Listen to the note change, so that should be, so now that bush is fully, I don't know if you can see it or not, that bush is now fully driven home in there. And then we're going to tighten the nut. This is where the metal bar comes in. Feed the metal bar in till it locks. So getting the metal bar to lock in them flats there. Turn it upside down. A little bit of Loctite on the end of the bolt. Nice dobber Loctite to hold that in. Drop that in the top. Right, so now that bar down the bottom is going to spin as I'm tightening this nut. Because I've got strong shins, clamp the more grips on there, and then there we go. £100 for the special tool on Hitchcocks. No thank you. Right, so washer back on. Bit of oiled up plastic on the top. New seal. Feed that over. A bit of plastic over the top just because in there it's like a knife, so it stops it cutting the seal. Washes in, bushes in, seal driver, seal in, back to our clip. Look how easy this is. I should have done this the first time, you know. Would have been a lot easier, a lot less stress, and a lot cheaper. Right, so just checking that spring is seated properly. In there, which it is. Next thing is the dust seal. So that bit's back in with the bolt to 25, I think it is, Newton meters. Original spring from the original fork in. Now we want 400 and I think it's 27 mil of fork oil from Hitchcocks. Just got to double check. There we are. 453 mil. So 453 mil of fork oil into your wife's best Pyrex jug. And this is a litre, so you get a little bit of wiggle room on it. $453-ish. Right, that looks about 453 mil. I'll pour this in here. Must remember to wash the jug out once I'm finished. Give it a little bit of a pump to circulate the oil. Last bit. Done. And then it's metal washer over the spring and the metal tube in there. Metal cap. Get big adjustable. Bit of a nip. Jobs are good. Give it a few pumps. Right, now clean all the oil off. So if you look on my forks, I don't have any reflectors on. When he sent it through, it did have the reflector on the leg, but I took that off because fork reflectors, they're for nerds, and I'm not a nerd. Only thing left to do now is fork leg back up into there, refit the mudguard, refit the front wheel, and then we're good.
Just faffing in the garage, spanner in my hand, meant to fix the bike, now it's chaos once more. Lost my wrench, found a brewing, got no grand plan, another day gone faffing in the garage.
Right, so before we go out, tidy up. Let's go and have a little test ride. And no, I haven't got all the gear on, so if you're going to comment on that, not bothered. Giving it plenty of rocking on the front forks just to get it pumped through. In behind's probably wondering what the hell I'm doing braking like that.